Hey everyone, we are back with Civilization Call to Power, and apparently, yeah, I had forgotten. I had defeated the Americans. I didn't realize that I had saved like right after doing so. Well, that makes things simpler. Yeah, apparently I just barely did it. So, next on the agenda is to destroy Canada, which is always like a lot more annoying than destroying America, mainly because leaving Canada alone makes them expand a lot or allows them to expand a lot. Then you got to like go around hunting down every single city until you get them all, and they're like up here. They might have like moved to Asia sometimes they're over here. And that's why I never actually like finish one of these games, is because it starts off with like 21 civs, yeah, and I'm not going to destroy that. Sometimes I do go over to Africa and just finish off that continent, because normally Nigeria is the second to me. I'm up here right now, and this is Germany. Normally Nigeria is the second, and I'm like, well, it's not a real victory if I have a competitor. But I don't know. I'm pretty confident that this is going to be the last video, because I only want to show off a couple more things about this game. And if you let it, this game will just keep going forever, and we're not going to do that. So there'll probably be a lot of cutting away. Let me see why I have a... okay. Why I have some cities that are unhappy. But yeah, let's go. Indonesian diplomats have established an embassy in our civilization. Well, where did they do that and why? Because I hate diplomats and I hate embassies in my civilization. Why is this area, this entire half of the continent, still not colonized? I need, or settled, I should say. Let me check this. I have enough. In fact, I need more to like actually do more trading, internal trading. Why do I have 18 caravans? Build literally anything else. Okay, you're building musketeers. We don't need to build musketeers right now. We are in what do you call it when you're not at war but you're preparing for war? I don't know. But we're doing that. So started. Oh wow, I'm 3 turns away from contraception here. Genome project. Started. Okay, contraception. Oh, I guess I'd already set it to build that. That's good. In fact, I can rush by it. I'll talk about it when it happens. And then, what is this genome project? Perfect. I never figured out where... oh, there they are. Unfortunately, I have no unit there. How did they even get here? I guess they had a ship somewhere and it like docked somewhere and then walked up. That sucks. I don't want to kill them because I don't want to have to deal with the war, but I why am I at war with Australia? Yeah, they're mega dead. Was I at war with Australia before, like, last time I was recording? I don't remember. I guess so. I only have 2 pops on this. Whatever, you don't need to see this. Okay, I've successfully disbanded Atlanta. I assumed that that was my plan because it was starving. And I don't usually have my cities starve on accident.
In a world of overpopulation and starvation, contraception provides a small ray of hope.
It's really funny, like, nowadays. It's a very good wonder, like, at least in the short term. Let me just check this. I don't want to do that right now. I thought I already researched both of these, but I guess not. So, oh, and apparently, thank you. Give me all the money. Okay, I'm building more building machine gunners. This will be my first machine gunner, my first modern unit. By this point, there's pretty much no distinction between melee and ranged units, so you can just do a stack of 9 machine gunners, it'll be fine. Technically, there are modern ranged units, but I find them to be a pain in the ass, so I rarely buy them. Anyway, what did I get? I got that wonder contraception. Yeah, +5 to the city makes everything happy. And depending on the city, it's likely that it's going to start, what do they call it? Like celebrating? I don't think that's what they call it, but if the happiness is like way above the negative, they have a chance to celebrate and they get like a boost of productivity and other stats. And overall, contraception is good in the short term because I don't think it lasts very long. I think like that's the main issue with it. Plus, there's just like the meta comedy involved. The idea that, well, first of all, the notion that it purports reality to be is incorrect, as we now know. If you don't know, you are way behind the times. But also, just the video is really funny because it shows like all these babies, and then it's like, but thanks to contraception, now we have one golden baby instead of a whole bunch of disgusting normal babies. Has very interesting implications that were probably not intended. Quite funny.
On my way.
Still not really worth it. Okay, so it looks like I could only... that I'm like quite limited in how I can move unless I'm starving this city, which I am. Yes. Okay, so if I'm moving Chicago, that will give me a little bit more room to maneuver my cities. As I have said multiple times, I like to keep them, what's the word, efficiently placed. And as they are now, they are not efficiently placed. But I can't really do much just because I wanted to keep Washington, D.C. and Boston. I don't know about Philadelphia. No. Philadelphia needs to move. Is it moving? Am I moving it? It looks like I am, yeah. The Indians present a treaty form a permanent alliance. Fuck off. Machu Picchu. There you go. Okay, so it is a celebration. Machu Picchu loves me because they're so happy. Why the fuck? Who is this? Why are they here? They are from far away. I do not want them here at all. Am I at war with them? Who are they? They don't appear to be... They are not the Nigerians. I could tell. They're not the English. They look like the Thai, but if they were the Thai, they should be in my list here. As, like... You don't need to have established an embassy with them to, like, see them. Why am I still building so many ships of the line? I don't need any more. Please build literally anything else. Oh, they didn't even attack me. They just destroyed
Building complete.
an improvement. That's great. I'm really glad that they're stupid. Okay, here's a very simultaneously useful and annoying improvement. I don't even know what it's called. Listening post. They take a while to build, but when they do get built, they increase your visibility, or the... I guess that is what it is. It shows all these tiles. The reason it's really annoying is because it'll show every single fucking movement that it picks up. And in a place like this, where there's like all these other people moving around, it makes turns take fucking forever. But it is also one of the only ways to absolutely ensure that you have found all of the foreign cities on the continent. Okay, I had forgotten that you can do that because it's a naval vessel, and I thought that's weird. Why is the ship banishing this diplomat? Anyway, it's so annoying that not that button that Australia and Nigeria still haven't sued for peace. Normally, if they're far away and they can't do anything, they eventually will. Just to, I don't know, be annoying. So what I might do is I might go ahead and just hop on over to Australia and just start destroying all these cities. I won't even keep them. I'll just try to disband them because I do not care to expand to another continent. I have all of North and South America, and half of South America isn't even settled. So I don't need to worry about that. It is funny. It's kind of funny that I see Polynesia in various places. I think I mentioned before. They still suck though. At least according to my latest maps, they suck. Mentioned before, the starting plot that Polynesia is in is like somewhere around here, and it's one tile normally, and that for some reason the AI just can't handle that. It never builds ships, and so it never expands. So I always edit the map slightly just to add a tile there, just so it moves. So it's always funny to see, oh look, Polynesia moved. Okay, my listening posts have been built, or at least some of them have, and this is what I'm talking about. Now I can see this whole area and see that they're really stacking cities in some places for some stupid reason. But it also means that I'm going to end up seeing every single movement these people make. And it also makes it harder to tell where to build a new city. As I'm trying to build one here now that I moved. I don't remember what was here. Chicago, maybe Detroit. I don't know. I destroyed it, or Atlanta, and I want to move it correctly in relation to New York and whatever the hell that is. And it makes it harder just because everything is visible, and normally it's easiest to tell where to build based on, it makes it easier to count the tiles when some of them are not visible. Foolish Incans, we the Australians present you with the... Okay, just go away. I think Canada might know something's happening. All right, now with the... Wait. Okay. Now with the completion of the Genome Project, I can build literally anything else, but it's basically time to start the invasion of Canada. It gives, I believe the wonder gives 1 point to like every unit, which on its own, like if it was just one unit, isn't massive, but it like quickly stacks. The only problem is that I'm not really ready, and I've got like badly defended areas down here. But I still have like tons and tons of units that can get started. So that's what we're going for. I think all of this is going to go to Ottawa. This will go to whatever that's called. I've been building these. These are televangelists. They are essentially the better version of clerics. And my Hagia Sophia is still active. I forgot to kill this thing. Shit. I forgot this was here. They dropped it off.
Building complete.
And I was gonna kick it off, and I forgot. God, there's a fucking 9 stack on this one city. Yeah, they fucking know. They're aware. Okay, here we go. This is it. It's time to see if this works. Well, this will probably work, but the war in general. Although they are not at a war footing, and I am, even though they're like moving troops as if they know this is coming. Ah, that was tough. It's probably because their 9 stack is over here. What did I just load onto this? Oh yeah, this is where I put the televangelists. That's it. Okay, after having bombarded Ottawa a while, I'm going to attempt to take it over. Okay, I did not expect that. I thought that they would have protected it, but they apparently didn't. I don't know much about military brilliance being unmatched for that. Oh, I didn't think I would succeed at this one. Wow, a musketeer killed a modern rifleman. Or actually, that's not a rifleman, but still, it's even better. I see why that worked, because it was a 9-stack, but it was a 9-stack full of, like, obsolete units. Like, really obsolete. It had, like, a phalanx in there and shit. Chichen Itza, Hagia Sophia, Gutenberg Bible, East India Company. That means somebody built mass production, and it wasn't me, which sucks. Or, they didn't build it, they researched it. It just sucks because I was really counting on Hagia Sophia running longer, but alas. But you see how many turns this was? Hagia Sophia was one of the first wonders I built, and it lasted until now. I don't know how many turns this is, but it's a very long time. That was easy. They might be trying to attack Arequipa or whatever. There's 3 units of them. Yeah, they'll probably succeed. But I'll take it right after. Actually, they'll probably destroy it. Just because it's very small. What is protecting it right now? 1 pikeman. You know what? Maybe they won't succeed. You get a pretty big fortification bonus. Oh, looks like they're not going to attack me. They turned around. Alright. A televangelist. It's too bad I got it here just when the Hagia Sophia went obsolete. It has the same things that a cleric has, except I think its chances are better. And of course it has like different sounds. It's pretty funny. I don't know why it has like sci-fi sound effects like that. God, these guys just keep doing that. And of course I have to see every single tiny movement the AI makes. Will it ever end? Look. Okay, that one was mine. All I care about is this thing. I keep having to do this, like chase these guys down.
Judgment is at hand.
I'm at war with them, so why not?
Repent ye sinners.
I was about to say, I thought that might have been the capital thing, and I was like, again?
Mount bayonet.
Oh, I didn't think I'd get this one. Might be because they're moving all their units all over the place in like 1-stacks. Oh, I did catch the Canadian capital. They moved it here. Why, I don't know, because it was small and ill-defended, but whatever. I'm not going to complain. Not a great wonder. It depends, of course, on what the AI is doing, and I have no real way to tell if they're building TVs or not. Oh, look. Dinosaur Park. Yeah, sure, build that. Actually, instead of building that, well, build more production buildings.
Construction started.
Oh, looks like I've got to go to war against you.
Mount bayonet.
It's your fault for putting a city here. I didn't tell you to do that. What the fuck? Yeah, sure. Just don't do it again. Holy shit. let's see here. Ecotopia is not bad. But first, before I forget, I don't want to have to deal with this again. So fuck off back to Egypt where you belong. And you could also fuck off back to England. Well, that was closer than I'd have liked. At least I can disband it immediately. Yeah, of course, I've captured the fucking Canadian capital 3 times. Excellent. It looks like I have a, another stack to... Why the fuck are you here? Ecotopia is a pretty good government type, except for I do not like the bad production, but everything else is so good that, I don't know. Sometimes I don't, but I think this time I will, just for now. Usually most of the time I skip Ecotopia. I usually keep Theocracy all the way up until, like, the end of the game, basically, but this time I guess I'll go ahead and use it. Wow. Normally Anarchy lasts... Well, it can last anywhere from 1 to 5 turns, but apparently it didn't even last 1 turn. If you want to see what actually changes with government, basically these sliders, the defaults change. As long as they're on the default, your population will be happy. And it also changes the max amounts of science. Like, I could do this, but why would I do that? And it's kind of funny, the idea of a 6-hour workday. But that's basically all it does. It's like, the workday changes your production, basically. And the wages and rations change your growth and money. And that's how it changes, how the government changes your stuff. It took so long to explain, primarily because I never changed governments. Recent advances have rendered Galileo's telescope obsolete, and the London Exchange obsolete. That one's the big one that I don't like. At this point, I have other science-based wonders, but I really dislike losing the London Exchange. But I did that myself. I was the one who, fuck off, researched robotics that obsoleted those 2 wonders that I had. There's this mobile SAM and artillery that I didn't even build. I didn't build either of those. I saw artillery and I was like, oh, I could build those. They're basically, in fact, they're literally just upgraded cannons, basically like in real life, but they were around for so little time, I never built them.
Light the fuse.
This army was just like something I slapped together because other units had died. I was halfway thinking like, oh, my military brilliance is unmatched again. Montreal is gone, and I discovered the secret of communism from Montreal. How, ironic. No. Okay, they didn't even defend Calgary. Once again, I'm not going to complain, but I didn't even bombard it. I just like walked into it. Oh look, it's an artillery. It's also dead. White horse. More like dead. No, mine. Something like that. I don't know. Unfortunately, this what is it even called? This wonder isn't very good when you're really far ahead because no other foreign civilization is going to have advances that you don't have. I'm not even worried about it. It took them long enough. They'd spent the past like 50 turns just suing me over and over on that city. And I've got this ship on the way. Also, the Nigerians just pirated me, so I'm going to demand that they stop. But they hate me. Everyone hates me. Even the Indians used to love me. Like I said, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're all gonna hate you. They're probably yep. Took my city back with minimal issues, which is still annoying that I had to take it back, but it's mine again. I don't know why this happens. Like, why is this so far behind where I'm at? Because if you don't know, I just now led the world into a new era of scientific and cultural thought. Our people marvel at the wonders of the genetic age. So finally, I could talk about the last thing that I like this game for is it's I think besides Civ 2, yeah, I mean Civ 2, Call to Power 2, it's the only game, the only Civ game. Well, Call to Power 2 wasn't actually a Civilization game technically. Technically this one was, I think. It wasn't made by the correct company, but it had the Civilization label, and Call to Power 2 did not. Either way, point is, Civilization games tend to end at the modern age. This is the only one that did not. And I don't know why they never did it ever again. Like, it's fucking cool. And it like extends the length of the game to an absurd degree, I should say. Especially, I mean, part of the trade-off might be that there's no medieval age. But, you know, there's a mod for that, and oh my god, it just makes the game last fucking forever. But isn't that the kind of thing you want in a game like this? There's one more age after the genetic age, too, by the way. But by then, you know, it takes so long to get there, it's usually not really impactful. Stupid Incans, we the Canadians present you with a temporary peace treaty to ensure peace between our nations. Not countries, nations. I reject your peace. Actually, first, this is what I think of your peace. Does that get the message across? Fucking Canada. I have once again captured the Canadian capital. It was Edmonton. Not that that's particularly important, but there it is. That's like the 4th or 5th time I've captured the capital. The Canadian capital. actually have no idea what this wonder does. Like, I know it says that, but does it mean does it mean, because I built it here, does it mean like these goods and, or does it mean like all the goods that are in it that go into it, including the goods that are traded? Does it count traded goods in? Does it count traded goods out? I have no idea. That's the thing I don't know. But it's a wonder. I built it. No one else was building it. Might as well.
Construction started.
Okay, the English came over in their fucking trireme and destroyed one of my fisheries. Because of course they did. Let me replace it, and I do have these two that aren't full of units. And they're just gonna go fucking kill the English, I guess. Why are the English on over here? I replaced them with Japan. Okay, a couple questions that I have. So, this is actually the second city. I don't remember which one was the first. I, like, clicked it off before I pointed it out before because I figured it would happen again. So, normally, if there are less than 8 civilizations on the map, there's only supposed to be 8. A revolting city, you know, a disgusting, revolting city will turn into a new civilization that isn't there. But since this map has way more than 8, they always form the barbarians because it's the only one left. By default, this map doesn't have barbarians. I guess I forgot to mention that. Barbarians are in fact a part of this game. It's just not in this particular scenario. Anyway, do they count as the same barbarians? Are there now 2 barbarian cities? I assume so, but it is very strange because I know that the first revolting city wasn't Turkish. The other question is, I am like almost certain. I'm pretty sure this is the last Canadian city. It's like about to die. How are they fucking still? How can they afford to keep suing me? I know it's them. I mean, it might not be, but it almost certainly is. So how are they? Where are they getting the money? It costs like 500 gold to sue someone. It's just really annoying. That's why I hate lawyers. See, the Viking city of Moscow has revolted and formed the barbarians. Man, other countries must be like really shitty. What is this? I don't like that. I'll have to deal with that at some point. Am I still at war with the English? Yes, I am. That makes things convenient.
Ready to board!
And that's it. The Canadians have been utterly defeated by the Incans. Perfect. So, I'm probably going to spend the rest of my time, not the rest of my time, but a lot of time trying to resettle this whole area. I pretty much wiped every single Canadian city. I'm currently in the process of doing the same thing with Toronto. Everything was just in a bad spot, and I want to move it. And in the meantime, while I'm doing that, I'm probably going to go after England just because they're there, and I hate them. They're the ones who started the war with me, not me. And I'll probably make some more improvements. If you didn't know, these are, well, of course you don't know. No one's ever played this game but me. These are maglevs. They are the final tier of improvement of roads. So I'm probably going to start, like, improving my infrastructure around my cities and getting ready to go for, what's this place called? Africa. Because these assholes, the Nigerians, still pissed me off. And so have the Egyptians. They keep trying to throw settlers my way. Luckily, they usually land right next to the city here, so I can banish them. But still, it's very annoying. And I'd rather they stop. And they won't stop until they're all dead. So it was the Japanese who were doing this the whole time. Yeah, I didn't think that would work.
You're served.
Oh, I'm sorry, Japan, but maybe you shouldn't have been suing me every single fucking turn for the past, like, 50 turns. Literally. 50. I haven't been exactly counting, but it's been a very, very long time, and I've like built a couple nuclear plants in the meantime, and those take 30 turns on average, so it's been a long time. I decided, well, all I really wanted to do was get rid of their fucking lawyer, and I did, and then immediately they asked for peace, so I gave it to them. Okay, here's a pro tip. I want to put a city here, but it's on tundra, and tundra is really, really bad. I'm pretty sure it is the second worst. It might even be tied with the worst tile that's natural in the game. The worst being whatever this is, I forgot. And might be like Glacier or whatever. Glacier gives like 0. The only thing that also gives 0 of anything is dead tile if there's too much pollution. So it would be it's efficient placement to put the city here, but this is a bad spot in terms of terrain. So what I've done is I pre-built some maglevs running through here, and I never explained this before, but there is terraforming in this game. It's right here in the improvement tab. There's land, sea, space, which we're not there yet. That tab has been there this whole time, but we're not there. And then terra for terraforming. So I can just, you can't build outside of your like zone. So you use the maglevs to extend your reach. Once there's a forest here, that's what I clicked on to terraform this into a forest. Then I'll plop the city down here, and then I'll terraform the rest of the area around it. Because you don't want to, except for this caribou. That's like the only redeeming feature of this tile is that there at least is caribou there. You don't want to terraform over goods, because I think they go away and they're not replaced with anything.
Gunbelt ready.
Okay, I've spent several turns bombarding London until they stop bombarding me. So I'm pretty sure they no longer have any units in this city, so I could just walk in. And if I can't, then they're probably weak enough that it'll be fine. Nope, I can just walk in. I don't want this city. I'm just gonna, like, destroy it because I don't care. I'm just doing this because I hate England. For like, killing that fishery with their trireme. That was really stupid of them. But you can't let things like that go. Or else all the little tiny peon countries are gonna walk all over you. Contemptible Incans, we the English present you with a temporary peace treaty. I don't think so. There's like no motivation for me. Like, I have no interest in colonizing this area. So I'm just gonna destroy all the cities that I capture, but at the same time, I'm already here. I might as well
Gunners, take aim.
finish the Incans, I'm the Incans, the English off while I'm here. It will be a pain in the ass that I find all their cities, but maybe at some point I'll decide that they've had enough, but that point is not yet here. All right, Space City. Now, I have a Space City. I'm the first one in the whole game to have one, which is normal. Considering it's far easier to finish the space ladder wonder than it is to actually, like, build a space colony. And so I don't have the space colony tech, which means I can't do anything with it. I mean, I can, but it won't be very good. So I'm going to research the space colonies. Now, you get this additional tab here for space. You get a space layer. Now, there's nothing here. This, there's like no resources up here. Obviously, it's space. But this city is pretty much exactly like a normal city, except it only has like, it gets like Renaissance and up buildings, so it doesn't get anything below that. Which is why I say I can't do anything with it. If you notice, it takes 145 turns to build this factory, and that's because you need the space colony's tech in order to build space improvements, which are just like regular stuff like farms and factories and stuff. They're like space versions of the normal stuff. Anyway, the real important part is that now I have all these units that I've been sitting here with, and I can launch them into space for free, and it won't cost pollution. Now, normally, in order to launch something into space, oh, there's a fucking spoiler. You would need to build a rail launcher. Every launch into space is like a huge amount of pollution, and it's unbelievably inefficient if you can get the... God, I just cannot think. What the fuck? Space ladder? What did I just build? Tell me. Reveal your secrets. Oh, it's not building anything. Maybe that's why. Here, build the global e-bank. That's what we need in the world. I thought I fucking built this like a million years ago. We'll build the globosat. That'll help me. Anyway, finally, there we go. Star Ladder. That is what it was called. Okay. Star Ladder is one of the best wonders in the game. It never goes obsolete. We're at the point now where like nothing is going to get obsolete, so I'm just going to have it forever. I think globosat might actually go obsolete at some point, but whatever. That's a modern wonder that I just never got around to building. But Star Ladder does not go obsolete, and it's really good because of the ability to put things into space, especially because I'm like the first one to do so. Now I will tell you what you can actually do with putting units into space. So, if they're linked, if they're locked together, can't do anything. But if they're not, you can turn them into little... I don't even know what these are. Like little shuttles. They're a formidable craft. Oh, they're cargo pods.
Where to?
Let me see if I can do it one at a time. So, you can link the cargo pods once they're cargo pods, just not the actual units.
Where to?
There we go, they're all here. So, as you can see, there is a massive range for units in space. Now, they can't, like, get into a fight or anything. Uh-oh. Looks like my fake computer is having issues. I'm a little worried that it's gonna, like, crash, but it just seems to be lagging. The point is that I can then drop my guys over in Africa in one turn. I don't have to fiddle with, like, ships or planes or rockets or any of that crap. Just put it into space, send them all over, and bam. One turn, and you can have, like, tons of units going wherever they need to go. Although, clearly, we're having some, you know, lagging issues. There might be a way to solve that. Although that's, like, for me to worry about, not for you. And here they are. I would have shown it to you in more detail, but apparently the space layer is, like, really hard on my fake hardware, my emulated hardware. But the point still stands. I am now in Africa. It took me one turn to do that. Put them in space, send them over. Takes a long time because of the lag, but it's not even lag, the slowdown. Now I got 4 corporate branches in Africa, and I could just keep making them and keep sending them over. Not right now, because I'm too busy building Machu Picchu. I'm not building Machu Picchu, I'm building Globo Satellite in Machu Picchu.
Reflective ELT initialized. Satellite reactors powered up. Generator positioning. Activating force fields.
Okay, National Shield, also one of the strongest wonders in the game. Late game, but a shield is basically like an even better second wall. And they're normally very expensive, but like expensive to build. So National Shield just gives me one for free every city that I have. And it makes it so much easier to deal with like conquering things because then I can just leave one unit and like no one's gonna be able to touch it. The defensive bonus is just massive. I think it also prevents like missiles. I haven't even shown all. I haven't built any. The only missile that really exists is the nuke, and I haven't built any of those. They're not efficient, really. They're only useful because they can destroy a city outright, but they cause a terrible amounts of pollution. And like I think I mentioned before, it's possible to destroy the entire world in nuclear fire in this game, so it's annoying. And there we go. My first corporate branch. I've had these units for like ever, but because I had built them when Canada was already about to die, I didn't bother sending them out. Now I can send them out to Africa. And this gives me, I want to say, either 20 or 40%. You're telling me. Okay, it's either 20 or 40% of this city's production is now mine. I cannot remember. Let's check, actually. %50 of the target city's production. Holy shit. That is way more than I thought. And, like, it's incredibly good. Holy crap. The other thing I want to mention that's really interesting is, like, it's normal for libraries in the, in regular Civilization games to have a little gameplay thing and a historical thing to tell you about what it actually is, which is really nice. But since this game goes into the future, it gives you like science fiction stuff about like a fictional world. It's really cool. I like it a lot, actually. A sea engineer. I'm like trying to build one of these right now so I can build my first sea city and show that off. Speaking of pollution, my pollution is very high for some reason. All of a sudden, it's the highest in the world by a significant amount. My only guess would be is that this is a result of my single space launch, but I could have sworn that it was only the rail launchers that caused that much pollution, but clearly I'm wrong. And it like that single, if that's what it is, then holy shit, that's bullshit. That's why I hate pollution, man. It's so shit. Eventually, though, I'll be able to solve it. Oh look, the Nigerians actually declared war on me to kill all my corporate branches. Well, that's fine. I'll just start sending my troops over there instead of my corporate branches. Somehow my corporate branches almost won this fight against an airplane. Like some fat men behind desks managed it. That's pretty funny. My whole civilization is rioting over pollution, I guess. Nothing I can do about it. Sorry. So what the fuck was this? All of a sudden there was a massive spike in pollution, and then it went back down again. But I think I built like one thing that was, I can't even show it. I don't know why that, oh, I guess I was thinking like, oh, maybe if I build some happiness stuff, I can get over the fucking pollution. I think I built only like one eco transit somewhere, like in Cusco, and all of a sudden the pollution's gone. Was that it? What? I hate the pollution mechanic. Like I like it that it's here, but it's implemented in mysterious ways I don't understand. The Egyptians have gone to war with me for some reason. Oh, also I built the Globo satellite, or Globosat.
Nuclear interception initialized. Globesat data confirming. Nuclear weapon identified. Time to target destruction. 5.3302 seconds.
So this does go obsolete, but thank God it doesn't like literally. I can see everything, but it doesn't catalog everything. So I'm not gonna spend like every single fucking turn going over all the moves that every AI thing does. Thank God. But it also doesn't. Sure. But it also doesn't update your maps when it eventually does go obsolete, because this will. It doesn't update your map. Your map will go right back to whatever you had beforehand, which is weird. So here's my first sea engineer, which is a sea settler. And I'm going to settle the seas. I don't remember it being so slow, but not going to settle it there. That's a marine that I accidentally misclicked. The reason I'm building a marine is because they are the... I don't think they're the only units, but they're one of the only units that can embark like into a city to invade it. And there's no other way for me to get rid of Canterbury. And at this rate, it's going to be the last English city, and I want them gone. They shouldn't have fucking killed my fishery. I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. Finally, my first sea city. I actually put it somewhere. Huaca Preta. The perfect name. So, sea cities have their own special improvements. These are undersea mines. You cannot place them in shallow water here. You have to place them in deep water. And yeah, I was just double checking. It looks like these, whatever these are, I don't even know. Does it tell me? It probably does, like in the library, but I'm not going to bother looking. I'm sure they're like undersea vents or whatever. They count as like mountains, basically. And so do these, and these are like undersea volcanoes. Obviously, if you want food improvements, you already have the fisheries. They work both in deep sea and in shallow water. Other than that, they're exactly the same as space cities, except on the ocean. They're fine.
Construction started.
It's really neat. I like them a lot as a concept. I'm glad that they can exist. However, they're so late in the game, and I'm so far ahead, as you can see, that I'm pretty sure like no one else is going to build an undersea city, or a space city for that matter. So it's kind of disappointing in that respect. Nice. Especially because, as you can tell, like, I mean, look at fucking or not Antarctica, Greenland. There's all kinds of shit going on here. There's fucking 4 different nations. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's only 3. Nope, 4. That's Rome. 4 different nations are like fighting over Greenland. I don't know why they're so like desperate. At some point you should just stop and, you know, conquer normally. I don't know what's their deal. Why they love Greenland so much. It's so shit too. Like it's mostly does nothing. Like all of this gives you 0 anything, which is why they're all low. Like they've been here forever, and that's why they're all low populations. The only ones that have any populations are the ones that are right on the ocean. Okay, I finally have everything needed to get rid of this fucking city. It's taken me so long. Holy shit. You don't know, because I skipped over it. I managed to send a troop ship over here full of Marines, and then Canterbury fucking bombarded it to death. So then I decided to build I forget what this is called, a plasma destroyer, which is pretty strong. I've like literally never built one of these before. It's just like a future battleship. Anyway,
Done here.
why have you done this to me? Oh yeah, and there's this too. If I'm sounding like a little unenthused at this point, I'm like really this game is dragging on, man. Machu Picchu 1. Yeah, once every nation has 50 city names, and once you run out, you run out. I usually try to remember names that dropped. Remember names from cities that I destroyed to fill in, but okay, sometimes stuff like this happens where I just don't know why they won't go.
Done.
They're supposed to go. They're supposed to be able to work. What the fuck?
Gaia radar powering and positioning. Targeting pollution. Pollution layer neutralized.
Very important and useful wonder to have. These future cultural and future sea ones are just like points. If I was playing against people, it might count that to who it decides won.
Moving out.
I didn't realize I could do this. Is this gonna work? Almost. Well, now I know what to do. Because apparently... Oh, there you go. I don't know why you weren't doing it before. I hate when it does stuff like that. Please, for the love of God, be able to beat these fucking... If we sent out 5 Marine units, they wouldn't be... Surely they'd be able to beat some cannons and musketeers. Apparently not. Apparently I'm just fucked. Apparently the English are just unstoppable. Garbage. Now I have to go and pick up some more Marines. Maybe build another plasma destroyer.
Welcome to Sensorium, where fantasies come to life. 5 seconds to fantasy 1005.67.
Excuse me, would you mind putting some lotion on my back?
I forgot that I was going to change Sensorium to something else. But then I also forgot that Sensorium removes overcrowding, that penalty. So overall, it's still good. It means that pretty much my civilization will never be unhappy again, because the biggest problem right now is going to be overcrowding. Oh dear. I accidentally exited out of this fucking wonder video. That sucks. It had just happened too. Well, let me describe it to you. It was the Eden Project. It showed a little green ship thing going to a city and then destroying it and replacing it with, like, forest or something. Because I am an ecotopian, I have the ability now to build... Well, I always had the ability to build those. An Eco Ranger, which is what this is. It says creates parks. This is actually, like, the best fucking unit in the whole game, and in fact, it's the last thing I want to show off before I quit. I mean, I was going to wait until I hit the Diamond Age, which is the last one, but oh my god, apparently it takes forever. I have no idea what the qualifications are for it, but at the moment, I don't even know why I bothered with Nanite Diffuser. At the moment, all I want to do is build... Here, let me go over some of this stuff. Cyber Ninja, that's basically a future spy. That's just a future plane, a future tank. I really like fusion tanks. I think they look cool, and they can also go over shallow water, which is nice. Leviathan. I believe these are like the slowest fucking things in the world. They're so slow. So I never build them. We're gonna build an Eco
Construction
Ranger
started.
as fast as possible. All of this is how happy everyone is. Everyone's so happy because my happy buildings are still there, but overcrowding doesn't exist. So just as an example, 0 total negative unhappiness, but buildings and wonders 11 total positive. That's why everyone's celebrating. When did this happen? Fuck. Aren't I like in some kind of... No, I'm not. Okay, good. I need to kill them with my warrior that I still have. Okay, I cheated because holy shit, I was not going to... I could not tolerate going however many more turns it was gonna take to reach the Diamond Age. So this is what the cities look like in a Diamond Age. You can't... It's hard to tell because of the fucking shields, but they're kind of futuristic, I guess. And the only things I wanted to show off was the Infector, which can infect cities. I never managed to build one, even though I quite like them, and it failed. They have a really low chance of working, but if they do, they give -5 to the happiness to the city, and it crosses over through, or has a chance to cross over through trade routes. So it can be pretty good. It's pretty neat. I like it a lot. And finally, the Eco Ranger, which I can in fact build because I am an eco-terrorist, apparently. Bam. That's it. That's what it does. It also destroys all the units around it. So that's the end of Civilization Call to Power. I consider myself to have beaten this game, or like as in right now. I have no desire to like load up on Eco Rangers and start sweeping the map of everyone. I never managed to kill Canterbury. If you can't tell, my Globosat is obsolete, so like I said, it reverted back to the old map. But that has been Civilization Call to Power. I really like the game, even though I've been playing it for far too long in this game playthrough. And you know what? There are still not 900 years left in this fucking game. It stops at the year 3000. And at this point, it's gonna go, every turn is 2 years. My god. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I know that this one, I probably cut a lot of tedium, so it was like jumping around a lot, but it should be fine. Like and subscribe and do all that. Comment if you like. I don't know what you could possibly say. I guess you could say that you made it to the end of this video. Anyway, I'll see you later. Oh no, look, this program has performed an illegal operation and will be shut down.